You know that feeling, right? When you realize your company's chatbot is, well, kind of useless? It can handle a few simple questions, sure, but the second you ask it to do any real work, it just hits a wall. Well, today we're going to go on a journey. We're going to transform that simple bot into a powerful, productive AI colleague. So let's dive in and break down exactly how it's done. It's a frustration we've all had. We're promised these super intelligent assistants, but what we get are basically glorified FAQ machines. So the real question is, what's the actual difference between a basic chatbot and an AI that can truly roll up its digital sleeves and become a valuable member of the team? And believe me, that gap is massive. On one side, you have a basic chatbot that just spits out isolated answers, but a true enterprise AI agent, it understands your whole company's context. It can execute complex, multi-step workflows, and this is the big one, it can use tools to take real, meaningful action. It's kind of the difference between a librarian who can find a book and an executive assistant who can run your entire schedule. All right, so before we can build our superpowered assistant, we have to diagnose the problem. What is actually holding a simple chatbot back? Well, it really comes down to three fundamental roadblocks. For starters, it's missing crucial background info. You ask it about the reimbursement policy and it's just lost. Second, its knowledge is all chopped up into these tiny, disconnected pieces, so it can't see the big picture. And finally, you ask it to draft an email or something, and all that important formatting just gets completely destroyed. It's a mess. So the very first step in this upgrade is to fix that broken knowledge base. We need to give our AI a proper memory, something that helps it actually understand concepts, not just parrot back random facts. And the secret sauce here is a technique called semantic chunking. So instead of feeding the AI a huge list of single questions and answers, we give it complete, meaningful paragraphs. This way, all the original logic and context stays intact, which lets the AI make much, much smarter connections. And get this, the impact of this one change is just staggering. In a real-world example, a knowledge base went from 90 fragmented, little Q&A pairs down to just 14 cohesive semantic chunks. And the result? The AI's understanding went from being scattered and illogical to being contextual and deeply logical. A total game changer. Okay, a great memory is a huge step forward. But, knowledge without action is pretty useless. So the next big step is to give our AI some digital hands, tools it can actually use to perform tasks out in the real world. And this right here is the crucial transformation. We're moving beyond just answering questions. We're creating an intelligent assistant that can handle an entire workflow from start to finish. Think about something like sending a professionally formatted email. So let's see how that plays out. When you tell it to send an email, first it figures out your intent. Okay, they want to send an email. Then it cleverly pulls the subject and body right from your message. Now here's the magic trick. It converts your plain text into polished HTML to make sure it looks great. And finally, it uses a standard email protocol to actually send it. It's a full 4-step job, all done. Now that we have a pretty capable assistant, let's push it even further. What if we could build an entire team of specialized AI agents where each one is an expert in their own field, something like e-commerce customer service? The big challenge with e-commerce is that customer needs are all over the place. The same chat window has to deal with someone asking about product specs before they buy, and the very next person complaining about a damaged package after they bought it. Those are two completely different jobs. The solution is this really clever setup called a dual agent architecture. Just think of it like a smart team leader. A main AI looks at the user's question first. It figures out is this pre-sales or post-sales, and then routes the query to the correct specialist. Simple, but so effective. And here's what that AI team looks like. The pre-sales agent is the product guru. It's giving recommendations, checking stock, it's plugged right into the inventory database. Meanwhile, the post-sales agent is the problem solver. It's handling complaints and returns, and it's even armed with a powerful image recognition tool. By letting them specialize, each agent gets way faster and more accurate, which leads to a much better experience for the customer. And that image recognition tool is seriously powerful. To process a damage claim, a customer can upload as many as 5 photos for the AI to analyze on the spot. So we've built an intelligent, tool-using, specialized AI. But that's no good if it's just stuck on a developer's computer, right? The final, absolutely critical step is to actually deploy it so it can join your team and start working where you work. To make that happen, we use something called an API. Now, don't let the techie name fool you. An API is just a digital bridge that lets our new AI agent talk to all the other software your company already uses, like your internal chat platform. And the deployment process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you create a unique publishing channel inside your AI platform. Second, you set up some security, an API key, and some usage limits to be safe. And third, you just connect that API bridge to your chat platform, whether that's Slack or Microsoft Teams. And poof, your bot is live. And the result of all that work is this: a fully integrated AI assistant living right inside your team's chat, ready to answer questions, send emails, check inventory, and handle customer complaints. It's not just a chatbot anymore. It's a genuine coworker. So when we look back, you can see the whole evolution. We gave our AI a great memory using semantic chunking. We gave it a set of tools so it could take real action. We gave it a specialized role as part of a bigger AI team. And finally, we built a bridge to bring it right into our own workspace. This whole process just goes to show that the gap between a simple chatbot and a true AI coworker is closing. And it's closing fast. It's really no longer a question of if AI can do real, valuable work. The question now is what tasks we want to give it. Which leaves us with one last thought. If an AI can be your coworker, who are you going to hire next?